Hello, my friends! How are you? I hope that your week went perfectly and you are ready to continue learning English together with me. So today we are going to speak about your personality, and the topic of today's lesson is never doubt who you are. So while we are going to speak and during our lesson, I want you to think about something very important. Ask yourself this question. Am I focusing on what I fear, or am I focusing on what I want? At the end of this lesson, you will find the answer, I'm sure. Of course, every lesson starts with a strong vocabulary, and in this way, you will have the possibility to enrich your vocabulary and do the best in English. The first word that we are going to speak is doubt. Doubt is a feeling of uncertainty and lack of conviction. Usually people doubt when they are scared of something or they don't feel trusting in somebody or in something. The next word is unattainable. This means not able to be reached or achieved. Sometimes something in our lives we think that is unattainable, but don't worry. With hard work and of course of insistence, you are going to reach everything that you want in your life. Expansion, the action of become larger or more extensive. This concerns everything that becomes larger. Reminisce. This is indulge in enjoyable recollection of past events. So usually your grandparents, your parents reminisce about the time when you were children or the time when they were children. And they have a kind of feeling of nostalgia for those times. Lack, the state of being without or not having enough of something. The problem is always the same. We lack money, we lack time in our busy social life, and this means we miss something. We don't have enough. We did a great job learning vocabulary. Now it's time for us to read and find out the answers for two questions. Question number 1. Why do people doubt themselves most of the time? And the second one, what should we do in order to make our doubts fade away? If you are ready, let us start. Never doubt yourself anymore. You doubt yourself because you aspire to be someone else. Therefore, you are not thankful for who you are and you feel uncomfortable because it's an unattainable goal to be someone else. Many people never feel they can live up to society's expectations. More so, they don't feel they can live up to their own expectations. When you create your own league, doubt disappears. The more doubt we have, the less risk we want to take. The more risk we take, the more expansion occurs with ourselves. There are people saying that the past was more exciting than the present. These people doubt themselves in the present moment because they don't live in the present. They reminisce on the good old days. Once you place value on your talent and on your gift, self-doubt begins to fade away because whatever you have to offer is good enough. You give yourself a pass. So, this small piece of information was for you to understand that people doubt most of the times because they don't believe in themselves, in their own powers and strengths. But now it's your time to find your talent, to find what you're good at. And in this way, all the doubts are going to fade away and you are going to feel that you have the power to change the world. And speaking about changing the world, it's time for us to change something in English grammar. Don't you think so? Let's go. Today we are going to speak about pronouns. And when we speak about personalities, we speak about I, you, he, and so on. So in this way, we know that we are personalities. And today we are going to speak about personal pronouns and about reflexive pronouns. You know already about personal pronouns because we have been learning them all these years from the 2nd grade till the 12th we are going to learn. But reflexive pronouns, they reflect something that we do for ourselves or by ourselves. Yes, and personal pronoun, you already know, is the singular part and the plural part. So the singular is I, you, he, she, it, and the plural is you, we, and they. The same happens with reflexive pronouns. When we speak about singular, we speak about I, myself, you, yourself, he, himself, she, herself, it, itself. If we speak about plural, we speak about you, yourselves, we, ourselves, and they, themselves. Also, we can speak about object pronouns and possessive adjectives. Object pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, you, us, and them, and possessive adjectives are my, your, his, her, its, our, your, and their. Of course, there is a big difference between possessive adjectives and possessive pronouns, but we'll discuss this at the next lessons. Now, if everything is clear, it's time for us to do some practice. Fill in the correct pronouns or possessive adjectives. I want you to pause and think about the pronouns we have discussed and the possessive adjectives that we analyzed and use them in completing these sentences. Pause this video, take a few minutes, think, and then return back to me and we are going to discover if you were right or not. Okay, I think that you are ready to check. Anger is not an easy emotion for us. We get angry when no one listens to us. We get angry when our ideas are not heard. We get angry when we are so exhausted that we find ourselves yelling at those we love most. If you did in this way, you did a great job. If those students that found mistakes and made mistakes, it's okay. You are going to learn more because we have another part of this exercise. So the same thing you have to do for this slide. I want you to pause, think, use the pronouns and adjectives that we have discussed, use them in completing these sentences, and afterwards come back and we are going to check together. Now, if you are ready, let us check. It is normal for us to have feelings, and it is normal for us to feel anger. Anger is only harmful when it is held in. When we hold it in, it builds up and we find ourselves exploding on innocent people. Then we end up feeling bad about it. If you did in this way, you did a great job. And the last part of our exercise is the same. Use the pronouns, use the possessive adjectives, and complete these sentences. Are you ready? Let us check. We need to find places to let our anger out. We can respect our anger. It is our friend. It lets us know when something is wrong. So, my dear students, don't hide your anger. Just be ready to accept it, because in this way you understand what is not okay in your life. And my last thought for you today is, even when it seems that there is no one else, always remember there is one person who never ceased to love you: yourself. Take care, my dear students. Bye.